with all due respect, and the respect that we have been given today here, as you can see, my sisters and brothers and the citizen of this nation, we want to extend that respect to the media and to the nation. What we have agreed here, I can confirm, the CS Mbadi and CS Mukomen.
So this is a guy, Wajana Johnny, with all due respect, and he said that strike bado inaendelea. So today he has been asked to speak and to confirm, na akaanza na hiyo all due respect. I think alikuwa amekaa mbaya. So just listen to chenye alisema.
Seated here Wandai, I'm sorry for that, and our able governor, that the strike has been suspended. That is what I want our Kenyan citizen to hear. And
so there is one thing that is very clear with these guys. They have not said that the strike has been called off. Wanasema the strike has been suspended. Take note of those words. They are not just words that has been thrown just there. They are just said tutasimamisha for a while, but if things don't go away, we'll get back to the strike.
I want to assure them that since we have suspended the strike, for give room to negotiation, and if that does not, we are not able to agree, we'll come back for the same.
So then reason to the different tone from yesterday's CS Murkomen statement and the statement leo.
First of all, let me say the government appreciates the challenges faced by Kenyans as the result of the rising global fuel prices occasioned by the crisis in the Middle East. The government is also fully cognizant of its responsibility to protect Kenyans from high cost of living.
So, as said, yesterday kulikuwa na another statement that he was very furious, but today ameanza in a very soft tone, which is good. Any government should just sit back and just listen to what the grievances are so that they can be able to sort them out.
Transport sector, the way you understood President Uhuru Kenyatta and never went on strike just less than 5 years ago, that is the same way you should understand President William Ruto because he's in office.
So here it was the statement jana telling the matatu sector now to go to strike. Why should you go on strike when the other time ya Uhuru you never went to strike? Then here comes Rigathi Gachagua in the UK, guns blazing in response to Murkomen.
Uhuru knew because he had stayed with him. So Kipchumba Murkomen, leave Uhuru Kenyatta alone. He is not the president of Kenya. Uhuru Kenyatta is retired. Let Ruto carry his cross. He has mismanaged the country. When the country is burning, despite having been properly briefed that there are problems, and Kenya will come to a standstill, he left on an overseas trip.
So for context, the president left for Kazakhstan on official state visit. So hiyo ndio penye ameenda, and Gachagua is explaining the jet yenye alitumia. Don't know if it is true ama si ukweli. We'll get to the root cause of it. We'll get to the truth because at some point hatujui kweli, but as Gachagua says, kama ako na intel, we just listen to the statement.
In a private jet, I am told the most luxurious in the world, where you are paying 5 million shillings per hour. That jet that he left with is the epitome of luxury, with a full bedroom and a massage parlor and a spa with a jacuzzi steam, sauna, and the massage parlor has 4 girls from Seychelles. He is enjoying when Kenyans are struggling.
So guys, kuna some video I just saw. I've not been able to put it here, but enda uangalia, kuna video fulani ya Meru. They are chanting president ni ile kitu. It is crazy from Meru. I don't know kama walikuwa wamesikiza this statement ama they just knew it. I don't know, but I think it is from this statement that those guys from Meru wame come up with some crazy song hapo. So you go research it, ndio itafute hapo.
Yeah. And then you asking Kenyan that people have a problem with William Ruto because he's a Kalenjin. Kipchumba Murkomen, if you have forgotten. Nobody has any problem with the Kalenjin nation. When the people of Kenya elected William Ruto as president, they knew he's a Kalenjin. If they had a problem with the Kalenjins, they would not have elected him. Nobody has a problem with William Ruto because he's a Kalenjin. People have a problem with William Ruto because he's incompetent.
So maybe to add on that, our politicians should also understand that everything is not about tribal lines, and we should not go that route because it's not a very present route that you can incite one community against the other. If we have a different president that is not from a tribe, you're supposed to hate on him. I don't care. In 2027, it should not be a Kikuyu, it should not be a Kalenjin. It is about the most competent person who can be the president, who can lead this country. And I think right now we have Ruto is currently occupying the presidency. So I don't think we are supposed to drive that narrative. We should be very careful not to divide Kenyans. But let's listen to more comment.
I see my clips are going around online because I was very firm that the government must do something. They cannot be just on standby. And I did it on the floor of the Senate. But you should give us credit that no life was lost during that time, during that agitation, that we never organized a protest. We never agitated for matatu sector to stop transport. In fact, I dare say that the leaders of matatu industry at that point in time never protested against the government.
So hapo ndio alikuwa amesema mambo ya matatu industry, and he mentioned a very important point that also I think it is the truth. We should not lose any life because of protest. We should not have anybody killed. We had so many people that were killed yesterday. It is sad, and we should condemn the killings in the strongest terms possible. Nobody should lose their life because they went to the streets to demand for better fuel prices, lower cost of living. We just need to be tolerant, need to have emotional intelligence, maybe for the police, and I think we shouldn't be facing such issues.
In fulfillment of this responsibility, the government last month reduced VAT on petroleum prices by 8%.
So after saying all that this morning in the meeting, ndio hiyo sasa tena, and I think in this point Murkomen has stepped in and taken control, and at this point I'll ask, where was the deputy president? Because with a crisis roaming and the president is not in the country, I think the deputy president should be at par here, reading these negotiations. You saw the CS alikuwa na struggle kidogo one time handling this because that's hapo tulipata hiyo kitu ya jana. With all due respect, ilitoka hapo because they couldn't agree, and he came to explain something different from what they had agreed, and hiyo kitu ya all due respect ikatoka hapo, and from there Murkomen stepped in where John Badi was not able to sort, because this fuel crisis touches directly to CS, the Ministry Energy and Finance, because of VAT and the levies zinakuwa collected through fuel, and also the setting of the prices by IPRA, which directly falls under the Ministry Energy. So here Murkomen alionyeshana some level of leadership, aka step in to solve the situation.
The government also utilized the Petroleum Development Levy to stabilize fuel prices. This high. Consequently, the government last night took additional measures to remedy the situation by reducing the price of diesel by 10 shillings per litre. The government also took the same step based on the negotiations that took place yesterday to rationalize the prices of kerosene and diesel by increasing the price of diesel by 38 shillings to avoid adulteration.
So for those asking themselves, why should they increase the price of paraffin ama kerosene? It is because kerosene huwa inawekwa kwa diesel and you cannot notice. That's what they are calling adulteration. That there is alleged that some fuel operators wanachukua diesel, then wanachukua kerosene, they put into diesel inakuwa mingi, then they sell profits, obviously.
As requested by the stakeholders in the transport sector. Understandably, the had for a reduction of 46 shillings, and they are still agitating for further reduction despite the 10 shillings reduction that happened last night. Following a consultation meeting this morning between the government and the representatives, it was agreed that that there was need for negotiations between the government and the stakeholders at a high level.
So after hiyo time yote wamekuwa hapo, they have talked since morning after last night, so that nasema in the next 1 week they'll do some negotiations to see the step forward. Let's see what will happen.
And that those negotiations must be undertaken within the next 1 week.
That we also continue to see what Murkomen said yesterday.
So the question you should be asking yourself, why did they feel that it was okay to understand President Uhuru Kenyatta, but when it is President William Ruto, they should go to the streets? You should ask yourself, why did they not stop their vehicles just less than 4 years ago? And why is it that in the administration of President William Ruto, they have stopped their vehicles from coming to the streets?
So I think this was not a very good or calculated move. He came out to condemn the strike, which I don't think was the best thing, because condemning them made their stand more firm, and because they see this as a threat. But I hope they will come to a conclusion and reduce the fuel prices.
There must be something. There must be a certain level of profiling that applies to William Ruto that does not apply to President Uhuru Kenyatta. And the guess is as good as your guess is as good as mine.
So this is one thing that we must as Kenyans refuse to be dragged into these politics. Even though he's fighting Gachagua and the others and the opposition, we should be firm, not to defend anybody when it comes to tribal lines, be it those in government, be it those in opposition. We are Kenyans, all of us, to Kenya, and we just need to be patriots. If we are patriots, then everything else follows. But utasikia wacha amalizie, then you'll hear the response from Gachagua.
If you will give us credit for those who were opposed to the administration that time, you must give us credit for using constitutional means and using the floor of the House and giving alternative suggestions to how to handle the fuel crisis. We never organized one protest, no life was lost, no supermarket was looted, no person was targeted to be killed as a result of the higher fuel prices less than 5 years ago.
So that's true. We need to be restrained and get to know. And I don't think the strike in imekuwa is political, but as much as politicians wanapenda kuchukua credit for that, they'll actually say they were part of it. But I don't think hiyo strike in imekuwa was strike ya success ya any politician. It was not.
So,
and is not what he promised the people of Kenya to be. He has killed their children.
So now Gachagua here is responding to that statement. Murkomen is targeting the opposition, saying that they planned this deadly protest, which Gachagua also defends. And this is where we get lost as Kenyans. These politicians who wanasema hivi, then they take credit for what Kenyans have done. So we need to be very smart on this.
When you come and tell us that people did not oppose Uhuru Kenyatta, they are opposing William Ruto because he's a Kalenjin. When we elected him, we knew he was a Kalenjin. And nobody has a problem with the Kalenjin nation. It's a very dignified community with good people. People with proven track record who have served this country with this distinction. People don't have a problem with the Kalenjin nation. They have a problem with William Ruto. It's unfortunate he's a Kalenjin. There's nothing we can do about it. But don't tell the people of Kenya that. That is thinking people are stupid. People are not. People are very intelligent. And you cannot trivialize such a national crisis into tribalism. Oh, people have a problem with Ruto because he's a Kalenjin. No, it's not the Kalejins who have stolen from the people of Kenya. It's not the Kalejins who have killed our children. It's not the Kalejins who are making profit from fuel to the disadvantage of the Kenyan people. Please spare us that narrative. It cannot work.
With all due respect.
So so that is what has been happening, and the responses that we have gotten. And pia wewe, with all due respect, kindly subscribe. See you in the next one.